So the purpose of this video is to go through the press series and really what we're looking for you guys to observe when people are pressing or going overhead in class. So we're going to cover the strict barbell press, the push press, and the push jerk. Now, when we do get together to go over the lab, we are going to cover shoulder mobility and making sure somebody has enough mobility to do this. Rob does, so this will be nice and easy. The vast majority of variations in this movement will be due to poor shoulder range of motion, which will need to adapt the movement for that person. So the first thing we're going to do with the strict press, this is the simplest of the movements because there's the least amount of things moving. We are going to look at the barbell being over the rib cage, and when we look down, similar to the squat, we want it to be over the mid-foot. From here, right, there's going to be a nice brace, the glutes are squeezed, the abs are engaged. Rob's going to get his head out of the way and he's going to push that barbell straight up and lock out. Now, as Rob pushes, I'll have him do a couple reps. I want you to notice it's easy, right? It's easy for him to get up there and hold it. He's not working really hard. If you can see his face, he's not really grimacing to do that. That's the most common mistake you're going to see, is people just pushing really hard and just working really hard at the top. If their shoulder mobility is limited, they're going to work at the top. The other thing is they're going to leave it out front, or they're going to lean back in order to keep the bar overhead. That's how their body's going to cheat around their limited mobility. Why don't you take a little break there? All right, so again, very simple movement. You just want to make sure that everything stays nice and braced down here. Bar goes in a nice straight path, just like Rob demonstrated. From here, we're going to do a push press, which now we're going to initiate the movement by doing a small dip and driving up with our legs, following through with our arms. So the legs should be doing the vast majority of the work here. So let's see a nice few reps here. Dip and drive. Good, come back down, dip and drive. So you're seeing very much that the legs are initiating the momentum, his arms are following through, and he's finishing in a nice lockout position. One of the things that we'll see when we look at the side is people will actually push their butt back and think this is like a squat. So they'll do like a half squat and push up, right? Which is not what we're looking for. We're really looking for the torso to stay nice and vertical, the knees coming forward. The other thing that you may see is that the knees go too far forward, the hips chase it, right? And they're doing almost a little weekend at Bernie's to get the bar up overhead, okay? Both suboptimal. What we're really looking for is we want to think about the torso like a piston. It goes down, goes back up, and we're good to go. The last little thing is if you face the camera, towards the camera, is when you look at the knees, there might be some knees wobbling, dipping in and going up. Good. The other thing is people coming up on their toes in order to do this. We should have our heels on the ground and the weight evenly balanced 50-50 from the balls of our feet to the heels of our feet. So again, you can put it down. We're looking for a nice balanced posture, balanced feet, pistoning of the body, legs doing the majority of the work, arms following through, nice easy overhead position there. Okay, the last one is the push jerk that we're going to go over, and it's going to start just like a push press. The only difference is instead of just going all the way up, right, Rob's going to get underneath the bar. So what we see here, his feet are also going to transition out very much like a power snatch or a power clean. Okay, so let's see a rep here. Good. So as opposed to the push press when he just finished in this position, right, there's a little dip underneath, boom, to get all the way up. So again, nice clean reps, should be nice and easy overhead, should be locked out. This is the first press variation that you might see people not lock out. So Rob, if you can show us a soft lockout there. Elbows might be soft, shoulders might be soft, right? The other thing we'll see, like the Olympic lifts and the power clean and the power snatch, they might finish with their knees a little bit forward. Good. And you can relax down. Again, this is mainly going to be limited by the athlete's shoulder mobility. So in looking at these three movements, the strict press, the push press, and the push jerk, right, you're able to move more and more weight as you move through those things, right? If I gave you a moderately heavy barbell, right, you'd strict press it, right? When you couldn't strict press it anymore, you'd start to push press it, right? When you couldn't push press it anymore, you would then push jerk it, right? So that's kind of how this works as far as efficiency in movement. Again, main limiter is going to be shoulder range of motion for this, and we'll teach you how to screen that in or out as a problem in a different setting.